Hi. Hi. She's like, the whole time, everyone.
You are goofy like this.
What?
Yes.
You see the goofy side of me, but that's not the only side.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to take you seriously ever, even if you do a serious role. And I was like, firstly, dude, I have done serious roles, and you'll see. So I think in many ways, all three of them, in their own way, tried to tell me to shut up.
Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Anita Britto in conversation with the ever so charming and the charismatic guy, Karan Singh Grover. Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
How you been?
I've been good. How have you been?
Very good, and I'm so happy to see you here. I'm so happy to see you on screen. Like me, there are many people and many fans of yours who are so happy to see you
Thank
on
you.
screen after such a long time. How does it feel with the reception that you have been receiving for Fighter? Also, because it's been a long gap for you.
Yeah.
How does the reception feel right
It feels very. I mean, it feels so amazing that it's so overwhelming every time I get a message or I meet somebody and hear something. It's so much love for the character, and I'm so happy, and I keep thanking God. And it's like you're lucky. God loves you. Then all this comes through uh, the people who watch you in the form of love and appreciation, and you know that what you're doing, and you're living a life, and it's all worth it.
now? Did you miss seeing yourself on screen? And when you saw yourself, when you saw Fighter, you watched it on the same day when it released. How
Yes.
did it feel for you when you saw yourself on screen? After a gap, because it's
I
been
I
some
don't
time.
know. It's like I don't um when we're shooting for the film, when I was shooting for the film, I see the film from my point of view, as from my character's point of view. But when I watch the film, it's a whole, and I was so engrossed in the story that I don't think I'm going to go watch it again. That's why. So both Bipasha and I, we're waiting for another day so that we can go and watch. We have to make combinations and to make sure that we don't like leaving Devi at home without either one of us, unless parents are there.
Right.
So we just try to kind of manage a way so that we can go and watch it again. But this time I'll pay more attention. I was actually just I was so happy watching the film, and it made me feel so many things, and there was so much pride and so much joy. I don't think I had enough mind space or feelings to just look at myself, because I was looking at the whole thing, and I was like, "Whoa, we made a really good film, dude." Like, I remember uh, when I spoke to Akshay in the interval, Bash. I said, dude, we went and we were, dedicated, but we had a lot of fun, and we laughed most of the time, and we just like enjoyed so much all the time. And when did we make this film? Like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, it's my own our own product, and I'm just like apne muh miya mithu hona. That's a thing I remember what it is. So, but it's like I didn't have enough mind space or heart space to watch myself. I just watched the whole thing. So
What was Bipasha's reaction? Because she saw the film with you
yeah,
during the
yeah, it's a
premiere.
dream come true that we watched it together. So she was she loved it, and she was crying a lot during the interval, and she knows what the story is, obviously,
Yeah.
but she still had that reaction. And I was in the film, we made the film, and I was still crying. And my friend Ayaz is sitting next to me, he was crying. Both of us were pretending not to cry, obviously. That takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But she was so happy, and she said that she's proud of me, and she loved what I did, and she loved every bit of the character that I played and how I portrayed it. So
She's the biggest cheerleader,
yeah,
and like you said, she's the biggest critic as well.
yeah.
How does it?
So what? Um, you need one person in your life always to make sure that They show you or they tell you how it is or how it is, you know. And they tell you the truth exactly, no matter how it is, no matter how you feel about it.
Right.
You need to have that. Everyone has to have that for one person in their life. Bipasha is mine. I'm actually a very sensitive person. So I, not like with everyone, but with the people I love, I'm extremely sensitive, too much, more than I want to be. So she says anything to me, which, yeah, I get hurt and I cry and shit like that. So, but sorry. But she is somebody who does not have a filter. She will not make it sound better. She'll not make it, if she knows it will hurt you, she will not do anything to make it hurt less. She will tell you exactly what it is, because that is the truth and that you should know. And that's with everyone. Yeah, blunt. She's brutal.
Okay.
She's not blunt. She's brutal. Or brutally honest. Like, yeah. So, and for her to say what she said, that means that she's saying the truth, and that's how exactly she felt. So, it's I'm just
Did
like,
she have any feedback for your role in the?
she did. She said she loved it, and she said that I did everything really well, and she loved the way that I held it together, and how, you know, it's in a role like that, in a situation like that, it's easy to kind of let go. Sometimes you don't have control over your emotions,
Right.
and she liked the fact that I kind of
Balanced.
yeah held it together, and I did tell her that it's because of Siddharth. So, but still, she is proud of me. Okay, abhi karega.
But your bromance with Hrithik also was the talk of the entire, thing. How was the equation like? And did you all discuss? Because in one of the interviews, Hrithik did say that, how Deepika works, he had to mold himself according to that. Did you all have a word before shooting your scenes together? And what was the entire... We really loved your bromance together. So how was it?
He's a great guy, man. He's a great guy, an awesome actor, and a god-like dancer. So I will not get into that right now. Yeah, so it's actually a lot of the credit for the bromance actually goes to him, because it was his idea. He actually said that let's rehearse an evening before, come to my room, and we'll sit and we'll see what we want to do. And that's not something that he needs to do as Hrithik Roshan. I mean, he doesn't have to meet anybody or discuss anything with anybody. But he doesn't think of himself like that also, I think. So, I guess the point of view where I think everyone is an ingredient in the big product that we're making, he has the same thought process. So it was easy to kind of align ourselves to the same goal. And once we kind of sat and spoke to each other and got to know each other, I understood that he's also very spiritual. And there's a lot of things that I'm interested in that nobody knows about, and I can't talk to anyone about also. Because not because of anything, but nobody's interested, nobody cares. So there's lots of things, like small little things, deep things. You can't have that conversation with. I can't have the conversation with many people. Not any.
You had it with him.
Yeah, I mean, I got to know that he has a similar interests, and he was amazed that I had similar interests. So. That kind of, like, I know you. So it's like, you know my soul, I know your soul. So it was like that. And he's so sweet. He knew that I just had a baby girl. So he sent me a few things about parenting, about other people. In the sense that there's a talk, there's a show called, another show, I can't say another show's name on your show. But basically, researchers and scientists and writers, they spoke about the different ways of parenting and what is happening now these days and what it should be. And and that was quite helpful and sweet because I had the same thought process, and that's not something you need to do for somebody you just met.
Correct.
You know, it's not like I'm not his friend from forever. That like, that was sweet. I mean, that just shows that his heart and soul is in the right place. Yeah.
But he also share some other tips because he is also a father of 2 kids.
Yeah. No, that was one of them. He's very sweet. Yeah. He's like, he told me to spend every second with my child, with Devi, because it goes away so fast.
Yeah, they grow up so fast.
Yeah. And he's like, just don't think of anything, just be with her, and just make sure you see everything and you're there for everything. I'm trying to do that now with my boys. I lost a lot of time, but he's cool. He's shared some of his things that he does with his boys. It's quite nice how he spends time with each one. One weekend with one, and then one weekend. So he said, get to know both of them separately. Otherwise, it's like the boys. Now it's separate individual equations. I was like, that's really cool, man. I mean, who thinks like that? Like, I have my brother, and we were not really boys, we were animals. So that's a different thing, because we needed to be caged. Yeah. Thank God we were. That world would have been on fire, I think. But that's sweet. I mean, you don't have to share these things with somebody. And the thing is, once you share these things, you know a part of that person that they are inside, not the Hrithik Roshan that you see, but the Hrithik Roshan that is.
That is right.
So it's
How sweet.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. They're good people. I learned so much from everyone.
Right.
And so it was good. After that, everything is like, I don't know. He just now can't keep a straight face every time he looks at me. He's like, you're like Joey. I'll never be able to take you seriously ever, even if you do a serious role. And I was like, firstly, dude, I have done serious roles, and you'll see. But then I remember when he first saw I think the rushes of that scene in Pakistan, and then he's like, oh, thank you very much. Hi.
Right. But there's also a scene in the film where I think that is that intro scene where you meet Deepika for the first time. You're mesmerized when you look at her.
It's very natural.
It was natural. How was that's what? How was your first
Wasn't it
interaction
natural
with
for
her?
everybody?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
okay.
How was your first interaction with her when you met her on the sets?
It was good. That's not the first time I met her. So, yeah, I mean, it was good. She's quite boy-like, actually. She's such a dude.
Is she?
Yeah, she's fun. She's goofy and she's fun. She says funny things, and she likes to just not when she's doing her scene, because then she's very serious. Like, I remember, I think both Deepika and Akshay were in the same scene with me, and Hrithik was also there. I think, when she's the chopper. So I think in many ways, all three of them, in their own way, tried to tell me to shut up, but they didn't want to say it. So I think Akshay had said, "Dude, shut up." I was like, okay. Sometimes I don't get the hint, so I was like, yeah, okay, fine, serious time, fine, whatever. Serious people, losers. But no, it's like she's great, man. To be having a personality like that, and to look like that, and to be such a fun-loving, open-hearted, inclusive person is awesome.
You know, a lot of people don't know when you were shooting Fighter, you were also fighting something at home personally, on a personal level.
Yeah.
If we go back and talk about that, how did you deal with it? You had to go to work and then you had to come back. Was there any moment where you felt like, "Nahi yaar, I will be here and I will not go to work"?
I mean, that happened. I've like the beginning of every schedule, I think, because it was very serious, and like to be away Also, I did not handle it very well. I handled it not well at all. I was, um, I was like water on the floor. So I think it's because of Bipasha that the strength to kind of go through that and still be here right now. Because I really felt like for me, death would be like easier than to go through that for myself. Because there's just one point I just couldn't, like, when I remember when we were at the hospital and we were supposed to give Devi to the doctors because she's gonna go in for surgery. I just couldn't. I was like, no, I don't know. It's like I didn't have any hands or legs or feet or face or. She's a lioness, man. My wife. She's a super strong person, but then as soon as she became a mother, she's a freaking god, man. She's something else. Thanks to the surgeons, man. They're like, anyway. So she has the way she was when she's born, and to now, nothing changed.
Yeah.
She's so full of joy and spreading love and loving everything and everyone equally all the time. Like we just took her for her first class, her art class, and there were children there, and she's like her being her normal self and going in. She does this to, she like this. It's called Pyari Pyari.
Oh.
So she does this to everyone.
How
She goes to
sweet.
every kid and does that. And then she wants to hug everyone. And she's the most excited thing for her, most important thing for her in the art class was Bebe. So she calls all babies Bebe.
Oh,
So she looked at all the other kids and she said, Bebe, Bebe, Bebe. She said, Bebe. I'm like, and the other, every kid is not like that, you know. They want to be like with their own friends and they're like, hey, who's this animal? And I'm like, hey, it's my animal. Because
Yeah.
it's father's animal, mother's animal, so baby's animal.
Little monkey.
Little monkey, oh.
But how has parenthood changed you, Karan?
It has changed me. First, the introduction of what fear is in life. I don't think before Devi was born I ever felt fear. I don't think I was afraid of anything. But somehow, with all the love and all the joy that she brought with herself, I started feeling this feeling. So I was confused about what I was feeling, and I asked Bipasha, and I was like, "What?" She's like, "It's okay, you're afraid." I was like, "Fine, whatever, just fear. I guess I'll deal with it." But yeah, so it's like now I don't think ever in my life I've had the thought process to understand that I'm responsible for somebody, because I've never been.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm responsible for Pasha, but she's very responsible on her own for everything. But I don't know. It's like I know I don't need to protect her, but I just feel like that's my job. So
Is she mama's girl or dada's girl?
she's mama's girl. I'm also mama's girl. I mean, mama's boy. So I'm like, it's like I'm her tail and she's her tail. So she has two tails now, mama. So she's like, both of you just get away from me. I was like, mama. So she's, I don't know. It's like, I don't think there can ever be anything more special or more intense than a child's bond with his or her mother.
But in the world of technology, where paparazzi is everywhere,
Yeah.
and they're trying to click you, baby, and
Yeah.
how have you all taken that decision to keep her away from paparazzi right now? And you've
Yeah.
been hiding her face, and you've not
Yeah.
been showing her face.
No, it's we're actually, I don't know, everyone's so sweet. Everyone, all the paparazzi and everyone, I think we know them so well, they know us so well.
Yeah.
So they understand that we don't want to show face. So they know, and they're like, okay, cool, we understand, no problem. So it's not like we have to hide her or anything.
Yeah.
Because we have to stop her face, because she always just wants to say hi to everyone. Hi. Hi. She's like, the whole time, everyone. At the airport, man, we are coming back from anywhere. She's just always looking at random people, everybody.
How?
Every human being is like, hi. I was like, Devi, man, stop it. Stop it. I can't, don't.
So adorable.
Yeah, so we have to hold her face so that she doesn't like, everywhere.
But that's a conscious decision from both of you.
Yeah, I mean,
keeping her.
Yeah, I mean, Bipasha said that we don't have her permission to show her face. So till we have that, we will not. I was like, makes sense. That makes complete sense. So we won't do it. Unless that one time when she posted her photograph by mistake.
Yeah. But she's so cute with her ponies and cute little.
Yeah, it's called HOTD. It happens every day. It's called Hair of the Day.
Oh, wow.
And I miss it every day because they want to do it when I'm not around, dude. And there's a before and after.
Okay.
So she'll have like really nice, wow, awesome hair, and then she opens it. She has straight hair like mine, and it's standing in every direction. It's like she's like a punk rocker with standing hair from everywhere, and she's like, Papa. Shut up.
Oh.
It's fun. She's just.
It must
fun.
be fun at home, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, we don't know where the day goes. It's like just like, oh, now she's 15 months. She's saying watch. What? She said watch? How can she say watch?
What is it watch?
She said the word watch.
Okay, watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, our birth certificate, she's like ABCD, and then she said watch. She says lots of things.
How sweet.
She knows all the animals, all vegetables. Some vegetables I just found out like 5 years ago. It's embarrassing.
Great. On a final note, Karan, this was really lovely talking to you. But I want to know a final note. How would you sum up Fighter for yourself? Fighter, the film for you, especially in your filmography. How do you see Fighter?
That much time.
No?
To sum up, you see, you ask me small questions, this is what happens. So I think sorry, I didn't even let you finish your question. Please go ahead.
That was the question. How do you sum up Fighter for you?
It's I think it's been elevating for me, personally and professionally, and it's like I've learned something new, and it's added a lot to me while I had to unload and unlearn a lot. So it feels like rebirth.
That's a correct word to rebirth. Yeah. But I hope you will not take more time to come on screen and show us.
I don't know. I have to go home and ask my Devis.
Oh yeah, 2 Devis that you have at home. But it was
soon. We'll meet soon.
Please do.
For another.
Yes.
As soon as you announce it.
Yes. Well, on that note, thank you so much. It was genuinely really lovely talking to you.
It's awesome talking to you.
Soon, very soon.
See you soon.
Bye.